Today's episode is brought to you by Mazars. SoundCartel. If it's true that people follow a leader first and a vision second, those leaders indeed have something special to offer. From humble beginnings to the pinnacle of the Australian fashion industry, Colleen Callander understands what great leadership looks like. From SoundCartel, I'm Nicole Goodman, and this is Business Essentials Daily. Colleen Callander left school at 16 to work on the front line of a retail store in Geelong. 20 years later, that passion for the industry helped elevate her to the role of CEO at Sportsgirl and Sussan, a title she held for 13 years. As she looks back on her career, she believes that you don't need any such title to be a leader. The little things you do every single day allow you to lead. Colleen spells that out in her book, Leader by Design, Be Empowered to Lead with Confidence in Business and in Life. She shares her 6 principles of great leadership from the book in a moment. First, Chris Ashmore wants to know what steps Colleen took to reach the heights of her industry.
A lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment, and really being self-aware and constantly working on myself. I was very committed from day one starting out in my career, but I didn't really realize that's what it was. I just realized I got up and loved what I did every day. And I'm very passionate about us getting up and living our purpose and doing that. And I think when we do that, success finds us and our passion and joy really finds us.
Are there any particular characteristics that someone needs to be a successful CEO or leader?
Yeah, look, there's so many. I just mentioned self-awareness, and I think that's a really, really big one. Knowing our values and our purpose and our self is really the foundations. And I talk about this when I do a lot of my mentoring. They're really the foundations of the house. They're really the foundations of who we are. And we need to make sure we have these strong foundations in our lives, because when we build a house on not so solid foundations, we are not going to weather the storm. There are going to be storms that come our way and challenges that come our way. So really having that self-awareness is so, so key. I think the other one, which is really key, is to have a clear vision. Every leader needs a clear vision, and it's really, really essential for focusing people on what's important in your organization. And, when I talk about vision, it's about that big picture, seeing beyond what's possible today and really looking forward to seeing what's possible in the future. And I do talk to a lot of leaders, Chris, about vision and when people are trying to work out what that vision is. And I really stress that I want people to remember that people follow a leader first and a vision second. So as much as a vision is so important, people need to be committed to the leader first. It doesn't matter how good your vision is or how well you communicate it if people don't want to follow you.
Your book is called Leader by Design. Why the name of the title?
Yeah, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, really, because I chose to become a leader by design. I designed the leader that I wanted to be. And I've also worked in the fashion industry for 30 years, so I love that whole world of design. But really, my book is kind of in 2 parts. It's part autobiography, where I share my life journey from leaving school at 16 to CEO and everything in between, including the leader and woman I am today and how that shaped me. And I really want women to step up, and I want women to have a voice and live with purpose and believe in themselves and become the leaders that they want to be and live with this real confidence. And that's not just in business, that's in life. And the second part is to inspire organizations to embrace a new era of leadership, one that's based in kindness and compassion and collaboration and trust and authenticity, and one that really, really puts people at the heart of everything we do. Someone asked me last week and said, Cole, what's your purpose now you're not a CEO? And my purpose is no different. As a CEO, my purpose was to engage and empower and inspire and enable people to bring their best selves to work every day. And in this next chapter of my life, it's exactly the same. Whether I'm doing it through my book, Leader by Design, or speaking events or fabulous podcasts like yourself, it doesn't matter where it is. As long as my message is out there getting heard and I'm changing people's lives, I'm living my purpose.
Well, you identify 6 principles of great leadership. Could you walk us through each one?
Yeah, sure. I could actually write a whole book on principles of leadership, but I only put 6 in my book because I didn't have enough pages. But I've touched on one, that know yourself, really. What makes you tick? What gets you up in the morning? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And really, why should anyone care? So knowing yourself is really key. Having strong values, having a clear vision. To be a great leader, you need to lead with courage. You need to be able to climb over obstacles. You need to take risks. You need to walk into the darkness. You need to often do what's difficult. So courage is a really key attribute of great leaders. And the other one is about giving to others. As leaders, we are in service of other people. That is our job. I talk about leadership starting with self, but it's really about others. So giving to others. And that doesn't need to be money or gifts or tangible things. That can be giving people your time, giving people your support, believing in other people. So really giving to others is key. And one of the things I've always said is I've never asked anyone to do anything that I wouldn't do as a leader. So leading by example is really, really key. Some that I haven't got in my book or they're in other sections, we need to be great listeners. We need to show empathy and compassion. We need to allow other people to shine. I think great leaders shine the spotlight on others and they build trust. People say to me, Cole, gosh, there's a lot to being a great leader. And I say, yeah, there is. Leadership's not easy. It's something that you have to commit to. I talk about it as a lifestyle choice. It's something you have to commit to every single day. It's not easy, but goddamn, it's worth it.
Mazars has been a long-time supporter of SoundCartel, and now they're helping us bring you this podcast. To find out how Mazars can support your business, visit mazars.com.au. That's mazars.com.au.
Is there anyone you particularly admire as a leader?
One of my favourite leaders of the moment is Jacinda Ardern. I think she is one of the most incredible examples of great leadership and the kind of leadership that we need going forward. And one of the chapters in my book, Chris, is called The Power of Kindness. And to me, kindness is going to be this new superpower for leaders. And in fact, I talk about kindness as a new form of currency. And when I talk about this, I mean it's one that we can trade for loyalty and commitment and high performance. And when I talk about kindness, I always want to sort of clarify and be really clear about what I mean when I say that. Kindness doesn't mean you can fly under the radar. Kindness doesn't mean we don't have to be accountable. Kindness doesn't mean we allow for underperformance or there are no boundaries. Kindness is about setting clear expectations for people. It's about giving honest feedback. It's about encouraging people to push beyond where they think they can go, beyond their comfort zone. And it's about building true human connection. To me, kindness is not a weakness. Kindness is super courageous, and it's the leadership style that I've been living in for a very long time.
Well, if we can turn to the retail industry, Colleen, it's taken a huge hit from the shutdowns and restrictions thanks to COVID these last 12 months or so. And even before the pandemic, retail had been facing some tough times. How do you see the future of retail?
Yes, it's one that, is challenging everyone and not just the retail sector. But I really believe, Chris, great leaders and great brands will navigate through these challenging times. And all of the things I've just spoken about around a great leader is really going to set those leaders apart. I really believe the leaders that put people at the heart of what they do are going to be the ones that not only survive but thrive. I also think the leaders that really understand their brand and the ones that understood their brand before COVID will know their brand better after COVID, and the ones that didn't know their brands before COVID still won't know their brand. So I think what COVID has done in a lot of cases is made the cream rise to the top. And as I said, the really great leaders are going to get stronger, and the leaders that are not so great, or those leaders that don't put people at the heart of what they do, won't survive these challenging times.
Well, from your time as a CEO, do you have any advice for small business owners who are looking to grow their business?
Yeah, I think the first thing for any business, big or small, is that you really need to know your brand purpose. You need to know why you exist. You need to know what you do. And it's not what you do, but it's more why you do it. And why should anyone care? You need to think about what differentiates you as a brand. I talk about brands today are brands that connect with people on a much deeper level than just selling them something. People don't want you to sell them more stuff today. People want you to understand their needs, their wants, their desires, their fears, their frustrations. People want you as a brand to connect with them. So really, really understand your brand DNA and your brand purpose. I think the other one is to surround yourself with great talent, and not only surround yourself with great talent, but let your great talent shine. I've seen leaders often want to be the smartest people in the room and have the answers for everything and solve every problem. And, we surround ourselves with these great, talented people that have skills in other areas that we don't have. So allow those people to shine. When you allow people to shine and you believe in people and give them a platform to do that, can I tell you, people do incredible and amazing things. So really believe in people and let them shine through.
That was author, business and leadership coach Colleen Callander. This episode of Business Essentials Daily is produced by the team at SoundCartel. Thanks for listening. I'm Nicole Goodman. We'll bring you more Be Daily tomorrow. Follow @BE Daily Podcast across social media and head to bedaily.com.au for more from the Business Essentials Daily podcast. SoundCartel. This episode was brought to you by Mazars. To find out more, visit mazars.com.au. That's mazars.com.au.